So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. And try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. We also let go of the unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And begin to let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are. No need to investigate, constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air as it moves into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then, without judgment or frustration, lifting our awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then, when the mind feels more calm, we'll generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time. So we contemplate the purpose of familiarizing ourselves with the Buddha's step by step approach to transforming the mind. This method of engaging in these analytical meditations in order to gain greater wisdom. Wisdom about the way that things are, and wisdom about the way that we ought to relate to others, particularly in this section of understanding the afflictions, how they arise, how they can be countered. It brings us closer to both an understanding of the nature of mind, the nature of ordinary mind influenced by the afflictions, and also the wisdom mind of not following, not assenting to the arising of affliction. And we do this in order to be able to relate to others skillfully, which in turn creates the inner causes and conditions for our spiritual development. And the purpose of our spiritual development isn't for oneself alone. It is to quickly become capable of being of perfect benefit. So I think about wanting to deeply understand these teachings so that the afflictions no longer hinder our spiritual progress. And our spiritual progress, in turn, allows us to be of benefit to others. So with that motivation, we continue thinking about the factors that stimulate the arising of affliction. So the next topic in these 6 topics is our habits, our habitual, emotional, verbal, and physical behaviors. So think back over the last number of years. Try to get an understanding of these stable habit patterns. What sensitivities do you find that you have? These sensitivities are often things that we are afraid might be true. Ways of being offended by the comments of others. Ways of wanting to be seen by others. So what criticisms particularly land? What ways do you guard your reputation, And think when you meditate, when the mind becomes quiet, these are often the things that rise to the surface. These ways of holding ourselves that were violated most recently. And think whether you know of antidotes to these habits, these tendencies. Can you work toward letting go of having these emotional triggers? Are you able to return to that same sense of resilience that was discussed in the previous factors? Make a determination to work on some of these habits, applying antidotes as you understand them. You're being interested in finding more effective ways, seeking those out. Moving beyond simply accepting the negative influence of these habits. Then the next topic is our relationship to sources of media. So think back over the past few weeks. How much of your time was spent seeking out, listening to music, watching TV, surfing the internet? How often in a quiet moment do you turn something on, need to listen or watch something? And think how much of that was done with a clear, useful motivation, and how much was just seeking distraction. Try to gain an insight over how often you turn toward the media in order to avoid looking at the mind. And try to consider, too, how your relationship with media shapes your own self image and shapes your priorities, beliefs, values. Is it a tool that is supporting you? And then, based on these insights, make a personal determination concerning your relationship with these media sources. Perhaps going offline for periods of time, or focusing on just doing one thing. Or changing certain kinds of media consumption to align with your values. Decide what changes you need to make. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. We'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation. I think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.